games in Europe, lagging for break. It's
Ceulemans just came off 2 games. He just beat Sangley, a super game, and the game before that he went out in 27 innings, 60 points. So
his last 2 games he's made 120 points in 61 innings, I think.
He squints and he moves, but he never doesn't seem to.
No. See, he has a kind of a frown, which he never used to have to do when he was playing without glasses.
Here we go.
And if you've never seen him play, you'll see just absolutely beautiful control of speed. In fact, the last time he broke, he got this exact same result. I think he can hit that red ball thin enough.
It's a little unlucky there, but another half inch and it's a super easy shot.
See, he cuts that a little away from the rail.
Jaspers, I was talking to Jaspers, he said when he was young and a child, Ceulemans, of course, was his idol. You know?
Right. Well, he's been at the top of the world for 30 years. He told me once that he tries to bury the other player at the beginning of the game by more or less going for everything.
Ceulemans does, yeah.
And if it doesn't work, then he tightens up a little bit and thinks a little bit about safety. But, you know, he's capable of burying the guy.
Get way out ahead, and it puts a lot of pressure on them.
There's a completely level cue, a completely solid bridge. And this absolutely exquisite speed control. Oh, he missed that.
Well, he's got his hands full with Dick Jaspers, because this young man can play billiards.
I'll say he can. I think he's still undefeated, isn't he, Jaspers?
Undefeated, yeah. He just beat Codron in the last match, and Codron is just recently ran 26 and out against Ceulemans.
Against Ceulemans over in Belgium. I was 23 and out.
Was it 20?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
In fact, in Jaspers' last game, he ran 13 and out.
I saw that, yeah.
They're just fabulous players.
Perfect 13. I mean, just perfect speed.
Yeah.
That's his ambition. He says he tries to play perfect billiards. And he also said he loves the pressure. He says the more pressure, the better he likes it.
And that's why he likes the 15-point sets, because even the lag for break is a pressure.
And there's so many games where it comes down to each player needing a point.
It's going to come in long. I think it's good. No.
Aye.
He thought he was going to make that, or should have made it. Oh, you look at these shots, they look so tough.
No harm done, but we'll see. He'll come up with something.
That's not going to be easy, whatever it is. Man, how can he keep from kissing this out?
Got to hit it very full and very hard, huh?
Yeah, go across the table and then spin in. No. Well, he got a good leave. That would have been a good one if he had gotten that started. Jaspers, who's at the table now, is one of only 2 people to average over 2 for a whole tournament. The others being Blundell and Ceulemans. Well, both players wear glasses, and yet they get those terrific hits.
Good shot. He's a tough player. He just plays real good. Not flashy, but Just as solid.
Yeah, tremendously accurate and sort of unflappable.
You can watch him play 3, 4, 100 points and never make a bad hit. Never hit the balls badly.
Mm-hmm. Now your room is the corner pocket down in Fort Lauderdale, and you have 4 tables?
I have 4 tables exactly like these tables.
The Verhoeven tables, and I hear you might get Ceulemans to come down and play.
We talked. I introduced myself and we talked. Let's see what he does here. Oh, good.
Look
Perfect.
at that shot.
Beautiful.
Right on the face.
Yeah, we talked. He sounded interested. I've got a lot of players down there who have never seen any world-class players, much less Raymond Ceulemans, and they love it. And he sounded like he'd be interested in coming down. So
It's part of that prize he won of 2 weeks in Florida, isn't it?
he won a 10-day trip somehow.
He won a tournament. That was the prize.
Was that
he
what?
said,
Yeah. His wife and he said another couple. That's the first time I've seen him hit that particular kind of shot badly in a week that I've been here.
Oh, it wasn't too bad, really. Now these 2 players both play in the Dutch league, which is the hottest league in the world. The players come from all over the world and spend a couple months in Holland playing in this league because every team is sponsored by some big corporation. They make good money. The prizes are substantial. So Ceulemans plays for, I think the rule is you can only have 1 foreign player. The other players all have to be Dutch. And so, but every team has somebody like Kamori or Ceulemans or Delis.
Well, they have identical vests on. Would that mean they play for the same team, or is that a coincidence?
I think that's a coincidence. It might be that that's what they play. That's what they were in the World Cup
Okay.
tour, which they're both on. Yeah, it looks awful short.
It's slow enough to make, I think.
Yeah, those angles off the 4th rail are surprising sometimes, at least to me. I think Jaspers has the tools to be world champion if he gets a few breaks here and there in that series of tournaments. He's won quite a few BWA events.
I talked to him yesterday about his practice habits, and so he practices he's got a table in his home. He practices 4 hours a day religiously by himself. He practices hard. He doesn't just hit balls around. He practices with a purpose.
That's important. Otherwise, you just practice your mistakes. It takes a certain type of dedication to be a good solitary practicer. You have to really be focused and serious.
Yes. He's probably one of the few players that actually make a living strictly from playing billiards. Even in Europe, there's only a handful.
He says after this tournament he's going to take a month off. He says, because I do like to do other things other than play billiards.
Yeah, he recently got married. He married a German girl.
Yeah, that was a year or so ago, and he told me that she is now pregnant, so he's excited about that.
Interesting. Blumdahl also married a German girl and now lives in Stuttgart.
Is that so?
Yeah. Somebody just told me that today.
And Sagener got married about a year ago, too.
To a
Just
German girl.
his wife is
Oh, yeah.
here. I think
She's
she's
yeah.
Turkish, too. Look at that shot.
Beautiful.
That
He's a
was-
very strong player. You know, you watch him and he looks good, but the more you watch him,
the more
he just-
impressed you
the
are.
more impressed you are. He just plays very, very good. Codron is a super player, and Jaspers met him twice this week, and both times he destroyed him.
Yeah, once in the preliminaries and once in the...
Not exactly destroy him. One convincingly both times. I think he and Blundell are the only two undefeated players. Ceulemans has a loss, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He lost his first game to Ji Suan of Korea. Got off the plane. I think he was still a little jet-lagged. But he beat him in absolute points. It was 57 to 50, but he had to spot the guy 10, and so he lost that game. So the only tournament I know of where these top players give up a handicap.
Just makes billiard after billiard, and
I'm not... I've lost track of how many.
so have I.
And the referee speaks English in a way that I can't understand what he says when he mentions the number.
That's 6. He just held up his hand.
Okay, 6.
Jaspers all week we talk. He's a very nice young man. He's just as friendly as he can be. And all week he's been wanting to put together at least one very, very good game. And he's off to a start. This might be it.
He's sure looking good here. That's 7.
But Blundell is that kind of a player too. If he gets off to a good start, he gets real interested. If he doesn't, he kind of loses interest. You know,
Yeah, he gets angry.
Wants that perfect game. You know, if he gets...
Yeah, and he's looking for a perfect game, and for him it's 50 points and maybe 7 innings. That's what his goal is right now, because he recently did 50 points in 10.
That's right. He wants to do it in less than 10.
I think that's good.
That's good.
So nice. That's a run of 8. Ceulemans knows he's in the game here. That's the thing about a 60-point game. It isn't quite as crucial as it would be in a shorter game to fall behind at the beginning. Well, he has a 5-rail shot, but where will the red ball be?
Oh. Codron playing in the next table, just trying to... Beautiful draw shot.
Is he trying to feather this?
No.
Oh. Gee, this is flawless play.
Yeah, he doesn't hit... He's not getting any edges. He just hits...
Yeah.
Full in the face.
Uh-oh. He's...
Yeah, no problem.
Nothing is a problem, I guess.
Got real good concentration with this.
He might go off the red and try to spin it. You have to draw it all the way up to the corner, I guess, almost.
Yeah, that's what he's looking at, I think.
He's hitting it high. Maybe he's going to try to go back to the rail again.
No. Oh, maybe.
He looks like he's winding up. Yeah. See,
Yeah,
then
she
again.
did. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Beautiful.
Wasn't that nice? Boy, that was a beautiful shot. Maybe we can see it again if we have a chance.
I guess he took it was a small target. He just made it bigger by playing it that way. Huh?
I saw Kobayashi make that shot once in Antwerp when I was watching him play.
Was that 9, by the way?
I think so.
10.
11.
11. Excuse me.
Gee,
He's
worth several points, that one shot he made.
He's got to come with one here to keep the run alive. This is cross table, but the players been complaining how difficult these cross tables are for some reason on this table. I don't know why.
Okay, I think now he's looking at, I think, at dropping into the corner.
Yeah.
Maybe the cross table is kissing.
Two options. He could drop it underneath, or he could keep it 3 rails above the red. I guess that's what he's...
I think he's looking deep. But he's a master at the short games too, so maybe he can hit that corner with precision and back out. Oh, it looks like he's going to shoot hard.
Yeah.
I missed it.
I thought he tried to keep above it. Huh? Yeah.
Now, let's take a look at that shot again that he made a minute ago. See, there he is. He's going to shoot real full and dive back in. And there's the second rail. Now he's got 3 rails and coming into a big ball because he already has his 3 rails. Made it 4 rails. Beautiful.
Nice shot. Yeah. He missed it and he left Ceulemans very tough. So.
I think Ceulemans will have to play a bank. Yeah. Well, he wrote a book which is mostly system play, so I hope he can remember those.
Everybody it's a difficult book to understand, but everybody that puts enough effort and time in swears by it. It's well, we'll see.
He told me once he won the world title 3 times before he knew any systems. This looks long to me, but he might have been going off the outside
off the other side of the wide out of the corner, maybe.
He got a little lucky on the lead because it's certainly not easy.
29-time world champion at age 59. He was a soccer player, someone told me.
A very good soccer player. I talked to him about that yesterday. He said it was a hard decision at age 20 which way to go because he was offered a good contract for a year with one of the soccer teams, and you can see he's a big burly guy.
Oh, he opted for billiards.
And so he did play billiards and soccer for 1 year, and we all can be glad that he didn't get his skull broken.
So there wasn't any injury involved in
No, he would, he was practically Belgian champion at age 20, so...
Watch, this is a balk line stroke. Watch how beautiful it is. Look, just kills it.
Yeah.
Missed it, but hit it well.
Yeah, he probably thought he could make that one.
Score is 14-3. I don't think it's past 5-6 innings.
4 innings.
4 innings, excuse me. Yeah. This is the 5th inning.
This is Ceulemans' 5th shot.
Short.
Yeah, he missed it.
Jaspers has been playing 3 cushion for 8 years, he said, since age 22.
Yeah, is that all?
Before that, he played balk line and 1 rail.
They all like the game of 1 rail. I think that's a good training.
It's a game Americans never play, 1 rail or 2 rail or balk line.
so nice the way the ball holds that English. Now, I think he'll probably drop in there off the yellow. You can't easily reach it, but I'm interested to see what speed he'll use.
Good shot.
Guy's a machine.
This shot is no problem for a good backline player.
You can either play it real soft like that so you get another short angle, or play it harder and bring the yellow all the way down here to the corner.
He's off and running again.
Yeah, he is. Got an open table. He's averaging 3 so far in this game.
Oh.
Nothing. Or 1, I guess.
He knew he missed it as soon as he hit it. He started leaning.
Oh, I mean 3. He ran 3.
17 to 3.
Can you do this? Can you keep
Yeah,
that
sure.
short enough?
Nice and soft. Perfect.
Really nice. Well, Danny McGurdy said any shot that requires banking the cue ball right into the corner or near the corner is a pretty good shot, because any player ought to be able to go off a ball and go into the corner, because the corner's always, you know where that is exactly.
Close. That's right.
That's really nice. Ceulemans has 2 sons that play billiards. They average about 1 or 1.1, and then he has a grandson that's 16 years old that just averaged 0.9 in a tournament.
No kidding. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they're going to put a team together next year to play in the team tournaments,
Family
composed
team,
all
yeah.
of Ceulemans. I said, gee, that'll be a good team. And he said, yeah.
Sure.
Jawohl.
Sure, it'll be a good team.
It'll be a first, I'm sure.
His wife averages more than 1. Somebody told me that. I don't know.
No, she doesn't play. Angel, her name is.
Yeah. Everybody that's ever been to his billiard room restaurant just raves about the treatment they receive from him. He's
cordial.
just such a, he goes out, he drives into the hotel, he does all kinds of.
When I first knew her, he drove me to my restaurant and then said, call me when you're done eating and I'll come and get you, because I didn't have a car.
Yeah. He's the world champion. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Beautiful shot. He's not throwing in the towel. That's, what is it, the 3 or a 4? He's... Huh?
It's 5.
5.
No, I don't think it's advisable to feel sorry for him because he's 58 years old. Oh boy, this is another nice
Beautiful
one.
shot. Perfect, I think.
Look how small that target
Perfect
is.
shot. Yeah, this opportunity to be able to tape him while he still plays
Yeah.
world-class billiards. At one time he threatened to quit. He said he'd get tired.
But then that pro league started, and that's saved his career because it gave him a renewed interest. It's 7, and he still has pretty good control here.
I think he can make. I think this.
Yeah, I think he's.
Yeah, he's fine here.
Maybe
Yeah,
with a little bit of draw to go. He has to hit the white ball thin to avoid foul.
Nice and soft and spin it. Yeah. Keep the white ball in the corner. Beautiful.
I think that's 8.
He's right back in the game with this run here.
Well, he's
still only 6 innings old, I think. The game.
That's amazing. He has a run of 8, and he's got a chance here. On this fast equipment, I think he can get 5 rails here with a high ball. No, looks like he's kind of drawing it down in the corner. Now watch, he'll just barely get there.
The idea is to try to keep the red ball or the first ball on the same side of the table as the other two when it scores, and he did this. Look.
As soon as he hit the ball, he walked away and wasn't even looking at it. And he's got a good chance for 2 more here.
Yeah, a little speed.
Watch the red ball.
Dislodge that white.
Red ball comes back. Oh, he hit the wrong side of the white.
That was a little unlucky. If he catches a little thinner, both balls come out. All right. That's 10. You just drop it in underneath.
I guess so. Geez, that's so tough.
Oh, just caught it a little too thin.
That's around a 10. Puts him back at 13, and Jaspers has 17.
30 points in 6 innings. 5.5 innings. I stand corrected.
That's hard to imagine. It's like watching 2 surgeons at work, isn't it? Trying to slice up one guy before he slices you up. Almost all these players use rubber grips on their cues.
All the European players do.
Now look how far back the tip of his cue comes. It goes all the way back to his thumb. And he completely unbridges the cue. Boy, wasn't that nice?
Is gonna get there? No.
I think that was maybe thinking a little bit about the safety there.
Ah.
Choose that shot.
Probably more more consideration given to position and safety.
Yeah, maybe.
A little early in the game to.
Yeah. I wonder if this is a system shot from his book. Reverse 3 cushions first.
Give a chance, huh?
Yes. I think it's frozen. He usually doesn't grandstand like that. We did a little dance around the table. Maybe it wasn't on your screen. He has the option, I guess, to shoot away from that ball, but he chooses to have them spotted. The opponent's cue ball goes in the middle of the table, and the shooter's cue ball on the head spot.
Somebody asked a question the other day if the red ball was at the center of the table where you couldn't spot the white.
Well,
Where does it go? Does
you
it go
move to
on
the
head
next
spot?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you move to the next spot.
Whatever is open.
Mm-hmm. I think he's playing 5 cushions. A little thrill there. People are seeing a master at work here. Look, he had 10 in his last inning.
And he's on it. Is that a 2 or 3? I think it's 2, I think.
It's 2. He's shooting for 3.
It's unusual for him to miss a shot.
Yeah. Sometimes
Yeah.
I think he plays too much position, trying to control the red. You never see Blumdahl or Sagan miss shots for that reason.
No, they make them count. He loves to play Ceulemans. Even 15 when he has an open game, he's over at another match. He sits and watches the whole. You watch that whole Sang Lee match. Clapped and carried on and laughed and grinned. Loves it.
Look how nice that hit.
Perfect speed.
Yeah, you get 2 powerhouses like this. How do you guess who's going to win? All hinge on a few little breaks. Who goes by the edge and things like that. Who gets an unlucky count left without a shot. Now we ought to really be able to see the cue ball go around the table on this angle.
Oh.
He missed the corner. Gee. The table was an inch too short. This is tough. Look,
That's too tough. He's got to go off the red, I guess. Huh?
and because
Play it short.
yellow ball is so close to the rail, he's going to have to put follow on the ball. That's going to make it go too long. Unless he goes off the right side. I think he's trying to flatten it out and go short. Come in on the fourth rail. Looks awfully good. No.
Too short.
That was a tester.
He hit it good, but a difficult hit.
Well, here's a fairly easy one except for the kiss. You have to be able to judge where the cue ball path and the yellow ball path are going to cross. Make sure the two balls don't get to the intersection at the same time. Look out. There it is.
There it is. Just a little too thin. I once asked one of the old timers how to get away from a kiss in a similar situation. And his advice was he says, what I try to do is I try to get the kiss.
Knowing he's not that good, so he's going to make a flaw. That's kind of interesting advice. Not bad
That's
hit.
got enough speed, does it?
You have to really jump.
Spinning, maybe it does.
I think he's going to make it. Still spinning.
Huh. I never gave it a chance.
I think he thought he missed it too.
Yeah, he stepped back.
Another one is where the third rail, there's a hole between the ball and the rail, and try to hit the hole because you know you're not that good.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Jaspers missed the rail on that around the day. He's still muttering about it.
Yeah, he'll probably lose sleep. Probably call his wife in Holland and say, geez, I missed the long rail. She'd say, oh no.
German, of course. He speaks German. He speaks a few languages.
Speaks excellent English.
Speaks excellent English.
I think Blundell must have done something.
He's doing something over there.
He either made a great shot or he got kissed in.
He's smiling. He
might have scratched one. Gee, missed that.
That was not a good hit at all. Blundell speaks 7 languages.
7 languages? Man, it makes you feel stupid. Blundell is a crowd pleaser, he is.
He is that.
I love that shot. Get it started right, and it's a big ball. Ceulemans has 16, and Jaspers has 20 or 21. They both try hard to win it, and I don't think the money has anything to do with it.
No,
you know, the money's good. There's $40,000 in prizes, and the winner gets at least 4. But it's just the mainly it's the quest for excellence is what they're after. They both want to have a sensational game.
That's Jasper's ambition, is to play perfect billiards. I think what the first prize is,
I think it's 4, isn't it?
I thought it was 10.
Well, maybe see if I can find that. Maybe you're right. 4 isn't enough for a prize fund like that. That's good. I brought too much documentation with me, and then I can't find anything. Perfect. Kind of tricky.
5 or L's, I guess.
Jeez, can he miss the red ball?
I think so, yeah.
He might have to back up.
He's worried more about the white here, I think.
Oh, he was... Yeah, you're right. That's what he was worried about. Gonna have a wildly careening red ball here.
Maybe he draws this a little softly here with a little spin. No.
Another perfect hit. Looked at the short angle, now he's looking at a longer angle. Now back to the short angle. Doesn't like it, so it's sensitive to error. I think he's looking at a fairly thick hit in a draw up the right side of the yellow. Or is it up and down?
No idea what he's doing.
I think it's up and down.
It's like he had a way of doing it, it looks like.
Hit the long rail first. Isn't that nice? Number 2 versus number 3 in the world. What a treat. Should make this long.
4 rails, I think. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Boy, every shot you miss, you really get punished. So to run of 4.
Here he goes. Is that 4?
4. I think he'll have to go for bank here. See, he figures it's 2.5, I think. Putting numbers on that. They're 3 3/4 to. Gets kind of complicated. Shooting's about 1 1/4, it looks like.
Perfect. Jasper says he loves to play here in this country. He says the audience, the American audience, he loves them because
They react?
he said the difference between the European audience and the Americans that watch, he says, in Europe when he plays poorly, if he misses 2 or 3 shots in a row, they get up and leave.
Well, they're used to all this good
here he's like, he's amazed. No matter how he plays, they stay. The Americans stay and watch the whole game. Europeans just get up and walk away. They refuse to watch.
Well, that puts you under a lot of pressure.
Sure. I don't know what kind of crowds they play for over there, but it can't be too large, can they?
Well, in those big World Cup tournaments, and when Ceulemans and Blumdahl are playing, they get 1,000 to 1,500.
That's a pretty good sized crowd.
No.
That's a mess. Because you can't get too many people. If you're too far away from the table.
But see, they play in these big civic arenas where the tables are way out in the middle of the floor, and then there's a couple rows of seats on the floor, and then the bleachers are about 100 feet away, and it's not intimate like this. That's another thing he said. The crowd here is right up next to the table.
Another thing about it, they don't seem to mind noise, or you can talk, and they're not distracted easily.
No, they're good sports. They're not.
Unlike American players.
They don't complain.
Miss a shot, they start looking around.
For somebody to blame it on.
Somebody rustled some newspaper somewhere. It's a difficult bank. He's got to hit this white ball just perfect.
Yeah, it's a one-way banky. He has to hit on the right side of the lake. Just by a hair.
Just a hair too full.
Oh, he left the yellow ball awfully big in the corner.
This is a shot. He shouldn't have much trouble with this. Huh?
If he misses it, he'll put more drops in his eyes.
He didn't hit it very well, but he might make it.
This table is so long.
He sighed relief after he hit it poorly. He almost got a kiss. If he hit it any harder, he'd have missed it short.
I think he's going to have to reverse around the table here. Can't quite see if he has anything else.
Might have a little shot here, 2 rails underneath.
It has to be thin if he does that.
Yeah. That's what I'd go for. You're right. Reverse around the table.
Not that tough on this fast cloth. That's perfect, I believe, except for that.
That was a shot when I grew up playing, but that was a shot on the old Brunswick tables we play on. The shot wasn't there. No one was strong enough to make that shot.
You had to really club it to have any chance.
You couldn't get it there.
No.
Yeah.
That's why Cochran and Hoppy would probably, be a lot better average-wise than they were
Oh
then.
boy, they'd love this stuff.
And they would be tough to beat.
They would absolutely love to have him to play on this, wouldn't they?
That's Bozeman, who's now 89 or something, said, gee, I wish I could play one game on tables like that. He watches the tapes and see the way the ball keeps rolling.
Yeah. Bozeman, still, he's 90 somehow.
I think he's the same age as the year, so he's going to be 90. Still plays. He still plays pretty well, like maybe .6 or so.
Does he?
Yeah, maybe .7.
We're out in California.
Yeah, at the Vallejo, California Elks Club.
On a daily basis, does he get? Yeah.
He's pretty much there every day. Big cigar, full of stories about Hoppy and Cochran and Schaefer.
I think that's got a beautiful shot. Kept the red. Added a good shot.
Very nice.
Jake Schaefer finished up. He played until late in life too, so he was very old at the I think the Cleveland Athletic Club. Every day he'd show up. Regale everybody with old stories.
He was kind of a sourpuss, I understand.
Schaefer, yeah.
McGurty said he asked him for some advice about the game, and Jake's advice was give up the game. Look at this nice spin shot.
It's perfect. Yeah, the old timers, they weren't free with information.
No.
He's made, I've lost track. He's made at least a few here, hasn't he?
Yeah, 4 or 5. Or 3, I think the referee said.
3, but
he's kind of pulling ahead again.
29.
He's
got 29 is still shooting, I think 18 or something.
18 for Ceulemans.
He'll have to come with another 10 here soon. Oh, Mr. Rail again.
Gee, that's twice he's done that. That might bother his confidence a little bit. He'll get a little worried when he gets that shot again.
He'll get home, he'll practice that 5,000 times, that shot. Oh, unlucky.
Yeah, I guess you're right. They're having trouble with that shot. The kiss was an advantage for Ceulemans at the end there. Knocked the cue ball way up.
One of the players asked Blumdahl about a specific shot. You know, he said, how can I improve the way I play this shot? And that was his response. He says, it's a very straight face. He said, hit that shot 5,000 times. I kind of laughed a little bit and asked the question again. Got the same response with a little more serious tone. So he meant it. You know?
That's the only way to learn it. That can't be good. I asked Cochran that same question when I was starting out and got to San Francisco, and I said, how do you know where to hit that ball. His answer, I think, was hit it 1,000 times, but see, standards have gone up.
He said, hit it 5,000 times, and immediately one of the sweaters in back of me took a pencil out and came right back. He said, that's twice a minute, 8 hours a day for a week. And he says, you'll have it.
That's probably right. You would have it. You can see the squirt here. See how far he's aiming, and it goes off to the other side of the ball.
Yeah.
The view we had, we don't have quite the same view as the monitor. On that one, we were looking right down Ceulemans' cue, and you could see how far offline he was aiming and allowing for the squirt where the ball.
Sometimes they look like a cue way out on the perimeter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
29 to about 20, I think. How many innings has it gone?
Well, we'll get a reading on that. 14 innings. Look out, White. Oh, boy. You even used a little body English and still missed. I'm glad I don't have this shot. God, anything he does, see there he's straight diagonal into the corner with the red. Seems like anything he does off the red is a kiss. Well, he's really uncomfortable with this. He has to rely on follow to bend it down.
Very hard, I think, in full. Bend it.
To miss the kiss with the bend shot. My golly, he almost made that.
He did make it. No, he didn't.
That's about the best he could hope for there.
I don't think he tried to get it off that rail. I think he tried to
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
get underneath and just didn't quite get enough follow on it. He did miss the kiss, though.
Now Ceulemans is trying to decide between.
Just draw 3 rails. Nice.
And he's elevating a slight curve on the cue ball. Because that way he could hit it thin and not kiss it.
Yeah, he didn't have to put any speed on that first ball with that element.
He liked the short angle instead of going off the left side of the red. I heard some guys ask Sang Lee, 2 room players were playing, and as Sang Lee walked by, they said, "What's the best shot here?" And Sang Lee looked at it and said, "Oh, it depends on whether you're a .6 player or a 1.6 player." Not too many beginners could make that short angle that Ceulemans just made.
No, he made it perfectly, too.
Now this looks like a big ball here. You can make it 3 or 5. He's such a control player. He's not too pleased with it.
just went by.
But he used kind of safe speed, put the ball back up at the other end. He made, what was that, round of 3 or 4?
22,
3.
29, 22, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. He was in San Francisco about 20 years ago with his wife and 2 teenage sons. Then they were teenagers, and they came to the Palace and played in the rapid fire. Raymond didn't play, but the 2 sons played,
did, yeah.
and one of the sons won the tournament.
Yeah.
I think he won $16, and also I said that made him a professional. But Ceulemans stayed and watched all the games and rooting everybody on and everything.
Kurt and Cone, their names.
Yeah.
They both play. I think they both play in one of those leagues.
They're both one-average players.
They're not professional players. They both have.
I originally called Ceulemans at his hotel and I said, I'll come and get the 2 teenagers and take them to this rapid fire, and then you and your wife can have a night off without them. And he said, no, I want to come and watch the tournament. And
Yeah.
so they both, his wife and Raymond, were there and watched the whole thing.
Oh, look at this shot.
That. Look at that.
Oh, well, he scratched it. But
Yeah, he wanted to go to this long rail. Oh, my. Sangley makes a big face.
Yeah, well, I think he knows the camera is on. He's got a little ham in there. He loves it.
He loves to play.
He's a very good-natured sort.
Yeah. Remember after that rapid fire tournament 20 years ago, someone would hand him a cue and say, what do you think of this cue? And he'd run 100 points of straight rail and say, oh, it's not bad. And then he'd try this shot and that shot. And his wife was sitting there. She says, it's the same thing in Belgium. He just loves to play.
Yeah.
Double the rail here. This should look pretty if it makes. One, 2, 3. That's so tough. Slightest error and you miss.
The pace has slowed down a little bit in this game.
Nobody's made a flurry here for a while.
Good shot.
Perfect. You had to judge that guess to miss it. Well, I go off the right side of the red here, but it's looking to see if it's frozen. Left-handed. No, I think he's going off the left side. Go across the table, make a big ball out of the white. But boy, left-handed, that takes a pretty good stroke.
He hit it pretty good, didn't he?
No.
Yeah, good stroke, though.
No, he didn't look awkward.
No, he's got a good left-handed stroke.
Sang Lee
So does Jaspers, by the way.
Sang Lee doesn't have a good opposite-handed stroke.
No, I think he's the only one.
Yeah.
He hits it behind his back and picks some, just does something else. I don't think I've ever seen him use a bridge either.
Rarely see
I don't
anybody.
see anybody use a
No.
bridge, in fact, now that I think of it.
I've been at tournaments in Europe where there's no bridge at the table even. You don't, I don't know. I suppose there's one in the house if they wanted to use one, but they just don't do that much. Oh, that's a nice shot.
Yeah, I guess most American players that grew up in the old pool rooms can use a bridge. I think because everybody tried their hand at one time or another on a 6x12 snooker table.
Yeah, you sure need it there.
Yeah. You gotta drive the yellow into the long rail here, or else there's a kiss, huh?
Still dangerous.
Oh, no, he pushed it right in front of him. That's a beautiful shot.
Here comes the yellow.
Just perfect.
I often try that. You drive that ball 5 rails, and if you do it right, it ends up like this.
It's not easy.
No.
Could wind up anywhere there, yeah. 4 rails, huh? No, 3. No, 5. Right out of the corner.
One of those numbers.
One of those numbers.
Yeah. He would have been better hitting it going in that case. Just missed by a whisker. He made 3, puts him at 34. He's 11 ahead. Ceulemans has to make this.
5 rails or?
I think just 3. Well, if he had hit it full, he'd have a good shot. Now he's got a tough shot. He's looking to see if he can drop in there. That's pretty tight to get 2 rails behind that white ball. And it doesn't look like he has an angle for 5 rails.
I'm guessing he's going to go around the table here.
I think he's shooting precision. Precision hit.
Blondal would go right around the table.
I think he made it. Look at that.
Yeah, perfect shot. Beautiful.
But that's not that remarkable for a good ball coin player. That's what they do. Bank 1 rail into wherever they want to go. This is +2, I guess. Missed. So it's 25 to 34. This is really a case of upcoming youngster against the old timer who may not play too much longer.
still in pretty good health, I think.
Yeah, he
Ceulemans,
is.
huh?
He says he has a little trouble with his shoulder. I guess some kind of arthritis or something.
He's the same weight. He's always been a...
Yeah, I thought he might gain a lot more weight, but he's always been about like you see him. In fact, I think he's slightly less heavy than he was last time I saw him. I think he made it. What a shot. Oh, that was nice.
Beautiful shot.
You had to use high to get it long enough. Tough to hit it hard enough when you're right on the rail like that. He has to hit it really hard so it gets to the side rail before it curves long. Pow! Our cameraman almost fell off his chair on that shot. That would be Pat Fleming Jr. Brawl is not too bad here. We're 4 rails off the right side of the yellow.
Yeah, he'll probably have to go off the yellow and hit a real full, keep it yellow.
You know, I think he's playing that flat
Oh, well.
draw.
I haven't seen
angle.
it for an hour. I guess he may. He's gonna play at 3 rails.
Yeah, just a flat short angle, I think.
Looks like he's gonna spin it though. Yeah, he's gonna spin it.
Boy, that's nice. Wow.
Beautiful, perfect shot.
That was a very tough shot. That's 3. Takes his time, but he gets those nice clean hits.
This may go a little long.
Yeah.
Yeah, his games invariably take a little longer than most, but the innings are always.
Yeah.
No, he's just very deliberate. He just takes.
You know, when you're trying to play a perfect game, you don't just step up and fire.
Yeah, he stands. Takes his time.
Now Sagan will probably draw straight back off the
yeah,
light here.
He's not doing very well this tournament. He's got 3 or 4 losses already. And he jumps right off the chair and shoots.
Yeah. He picks those balls out of the middle of the table. Yeah, Sagan is probably already looking forward to the trick shot show he's going to do on Sunday.
Is he going to do one also?
Yeah.
Rojas is going to be here, and Sagan will get into the act for sure.
I don't know if it's going to be 1 show or 2. Rojas of Mexico, he has a lot of nice shots.
I've seen him do it. thing about him, he makes them most of it on the first try. He doesn't.
Yeah,
He doesn't take 2 or 3 efforts.
No, wonderful massays where the ball goes through glass, a bunch of glasses on the
Yeah.
table. Uh-oh, here's a four-rail draw.
No.
Oh, oh, he got the kiss.
Codron. That was a quick game. Codron, Frederick
I'll say.
Codron, Ceulemans' playing partner in one of the leagues. Played a very, very good game.
The guy
Got
from
out real
Mexico
quick.
only made 6 points.
No. He made 27. Codron, 60,
Oh, Cadron
27.
has to go to
Yeah.
60, yeah.
He's noted for massays. They say he's got a tremendous assortment of massage shots.
Codron does?
Codron does, yeah. He's a master at it.
Well, that means he's a master of every form of the game then.
Every form, yeah. Every discipline, as
Yeah.
you say.
Okay, back to our game here. We've
There
got
we go.
missed by a hair. Well, Cadron just finished his game. He better go home and go to bed because he got to play 5 60-point games tomorrow. Looks like it came up a little tough. That's always before I see how they're going to cue it, then I can see that, no, he's found a way out.
Can he just make this inside the red?
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe with no running.
No,
Now he's going to go
he's
outside.
gonna
And,
go across the table, or
yeah, a zigzag. Nope. Awfully hard to calculate that precisely. It's just kind of a guess.
he's still about 10 points behind, which is,
Not a comfortable lead,
you know,
but look at the position Jaspers has. He certainly ought to make it at least 2 here. More unless he ends
Really
up in an unlucky lead.
put that red down in the corner.
Yeah, could have been better, but he's okay. He's got a big ball to work with.
These European players don't play as much position as you might think by listening to people talk. You know?
Well, the main position is landing softly on the second ball. If you do that,
Blumdahl, we asked a question of him, Blumdahl, and his
4 rails, yeah.
yeah, perfect. He said what he tries to do is he tries to keep the balls from getting into a bad position. He says if they come up reasonable, he said he's happy. He just tries to keep them out of bad situations. That makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I also heard that 5 years ago, someone asked him what percentage of shots he plays position on, and he said something like 60%. But then 5 years later, he was asked that again, and he said 40%, because I was missing too many shots trying to play position on those hard ones.
Yeah, he also said, he says you focus on position, he said you miss the shots.
Yep.
said, you can't play perfect position, but you just can't do it. Don't tell Jaspers that.
Or Ceulemans either. I think Ceulemans spends a lot of attention on positioning that. I think Ceulemans has drills that he gives students where you're supposed to make 3 shots. You're supposed to get position twice.
Yeah, there's certain ways the balls can come up where I guess you can do that, but not a lot of.
Well, if you just put the first ball in kind of a zone and then land softly on the second ball. Boy, this is tough to go rail first here.
Just gonna go cross table.
I think so.
Tough shot.
Can't quite see how he's cueing it. Watch the white ball go 3 lengths. Oh no, that's a little different. He got a bad hit. Trying to elevate and use spin at that distance, pretty hard to get the right hit. I think he should be happy with this lead. He might go rail first here and into the right side of the red.
Red's a little close to the corner for that, but I guess he's going to do something else. I don't know what.
Seems to me he has to go off the red.
He might try to go twice around there.
Oh, I know what he's going to do. Rail first. No, this doesn't seem to be what he's looking at.
Oh, maybe cross. I think he's going to go across the table here.
I mean, real short?
Yeah, real short.
Yeah, it's a pretty big red ball if he gets it started.
Tough shot. Keep it that short. Miss a kiss. Hit it hard.
Yeah, all those things.
Hit it good.
Can't hit it better than that. He had it too. It was going right in.
That's a kiss. How do you figure that kiss?
Can't figure it. If you could. Now we're going to fade out and fade back because we have to change tape, so don't get alarmed. Ceulemans tried a twice around shot, and I think he's just missing. Beautiful effort, but a miss. But a good leave.
39-27.
That's right.
I think the innings are starting to creep up, though. I don't think they're... Twenty-one innings, huh? Both well above 1.
It seems like they're missing.
Yeah, it seems like the game is slowed, but still, that's a world-class pace.
Yep.
Jaspers is close to 2, and Ceulemans 1.4.
It seems like they're struggling, doesn't it?
That's right. Yes.
Boy, that's nice. He missed it, though, I think. They do a great job on that, going into the end rail second and creeping back along the rail.
Just makes it a little bigger target, that one. It's real hard to do that. You have to hit it high and bend it just enough and not too much.
And at a big distance, we have to kind of...
5,000 times. You had to hit that 5,000 times.
I think my arm would fall off. Okay, he's going in short on this. 6 rails. Don't you think that's short?
Looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a chance. Yes.
Beautiful. That's the way to play that one. Boy, look at they're all under a hat, aren't they?
I'd like to see him put a little cluster here and get this, tighten this game up.
If he was playing straight billiards, he could probably run 1,000 from this position. But three cushion was a different matter. He's got to go maybe double the rail. Or can you get under it and draw it around?
Just draw it to come right around. Draw it off the white.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, he's
Gonna
doubling
double
around.
around. Okay.
How do you like that
Well,
shot?
beautiful. He brought that white across
Yeah.
just perfectly. Yeah, good shot.
All he has to do is feather the ball here and trust his glasses. A little harder would have been better there for position. There he is, the legendary Ceulemans. He's a hero in Belgium. Is he drawing this right straight back?
I think he's going to come into the short rail and go back around this way.
Oh my.
What else? Oh no, good idea there.
Hmm. Well, he's hanging in there. He's chatting with the referee. See the little short barrel on his cue?
Perfect.
Yeah, he's not missing much. There, this is the position that stuck Cadron, I think, in that game. He lost by 1 point, where he ended
Yeah,
up
it was so unlucky. He hit the
ended
shot
up
so
in
beautifully and
ended up something like this, didn't he? Where he was over a ball and couldn't cue.
didn't have a shot. If the ball went another quarter inch or stopped to quit, he'd have had a.
That's why the old pre-World War II leagues, they could play a deliberate in a case like that. Just bump the other ball somewhere. But you can only do that once.
And you lose a point if you do it again.
Yeah. Ceulemans has to take advantage of these rare misses.
Yeah, they changed that rule, I don't know how many years back. I once played a long time ago. I learned a good lesson. I played like a Friday or a Saturday night. I was playing somebody for $10 and the 20-point game had them 19 to 17 or 19 to 16, and he decided he wasn't going to lose, and he just played 45, 50 deliberate safes in a row, and the final score was I still had 19, and he was minus 26. But
I mean, he kept losing
he
points?
kept losing points.
No,
yeah.
right?
Yes, a true story.
Guy needs that.
It was close to closing time, and
I think he
sure
needs,
enough, I whacked away and never made a billiard.
Yeah, but I think that guy needs psychological counseling. It's almost a cinch to make this shot.
Yeah, this is.
The red went slightly too far.
Still a pretty good, it's in a pretty good area there, huh? Just a little too far, otherwise,
Yeah.
it could swing underneath.
Now you'd have to hit it thin and draw it short.
He'll probably go around the table, I think. Thin hit.
Yeah, maybe. I think that's what he's looking at now. Can't get long enough off the red, I don't think. He's a fairly deliberate player. He takes his time. If Sagener could adopt that attitude, he'd be harder to beat, I think. He's going to try to hit it thin and draw. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, good shot.
Perfect.
He's tough players. Jaspers just, I've watched him now for 8-9 games, and no weakness. He just.
That's right. I don't see any weakness. He's got a good temperament. You know, everything is fine. Whatever
gets
happens.
upset, yeah.
No.
Mutters once in a while, but. Measures everything.
Okay. +2 pattern. Well, Ceulemans gets up to bat.
I think he's got 10, 20, 30, 42 to 30, it looks like. 25, 26 innings, maybe.
Ceulemans needs points.
Is that a little long?
I was going to say the table's a little bit shorter than it was at the beginning of the week, but didn't show it on that shot.
They've changed the way they're dealing with the balls. They don't put any polish on them now, and they're not running long like they.
Seems to me they had that same thing 2 years ago here.
There's always a controversy.
Yeah.
No polish and no polish. The Europeans prefer it without polish. It's more predictable.
Just keeping the balls clean is a big help on the length of your roll. Okay, the danger here is banking the yellow right back across into the red. Well, that made it bigger.
Okay, got lucky here. He's a serious sort at the table, isn't he, Jaspers?
Yeah,
Away from the table,
he's all business. Oh, this is his job.
He's a professional. He wants to be the best.
Take some technique here to miss double cueing there. Let's get the cue out of the way. Looks
Well, look how
pretty
nicely he
good.
hit this ball. That's beautiful.
Just
Beautiful
nice,
shot he
yeah.
made there. Controlled speed, beautiful shot.
Ceulemans tapped his chalk on his cue by way of applause.
He's still nodding his head.
You don't see much of that in 9-ball. where the player in the chair applauds.
Not often, no.
I give credit to Earl Strickland all the time. Reyes got out of that snooker by playing a zigzag across the table and making the ball he had to hit. And
How did he react, Strickland?
Strickland was all congratulations.
Was it?
He
Yeah.
thought it was a fabulous shot, and it cost Strickland the match.
Uh-huh.
Reyes is considered the best.
The wizard, too.
Yeah, but to get out of hooks, and that's partly because he's a terrific three cushion player.
Good billiard player.
Now here we'll probably need a little draw. Make sure he gets it long. Oh, he's going to come in short. Ceulemans doesn't like the way this game is going.
No, I think he's tired. It's been a long day. I think this is his fourth or fifth match.
Oh, man. It's tough for a guy that age.
I'm tired. I haven't hit a ball. I've been here most of the day. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, this is his fourth game. He's probably still a little jet-lagged, too. He didn't come in early.
Just slid by.
He's keeping Ceulemans in tough spots generally.
No respect.
Not for his elders. I'll play rail first to the white. Is he playing outside? Yeah, outside. Not an umbrella.
He's playing on top of the white, and he can hit it real good and miss it. Huh.
Oh, man. Gee, he hit it just perfect, it looked like. He doesn't like the ticky. There's no dropping off the yellow. He made a great shot like this against Sang Lee where he's going to try to follow through the red and go real long. Have to shoot soft. Watch him dive in. Curve off the red. There it is.
Good shot. Perfect.
He's got control.
Can he make it off the yellow three
I
rails?
think so. Although he's acting as if he can't. Oh, I guess he can.
Looks like he can
Yeah.
maybe got a
Pretty
real
good.
thin head here. That's no problem for him. He has thin heads. He's got an 18-point lead. He needs about 12 or 13. I think this game is. If he makes a run here, it'll be out of reach.
Yeah. This doesn't look too easy. Twice across, maybe.
Can he play a 5 rail thin hit?
I can't tell from this angle. But I think that's what he's
Get
looking
the
at.
red thin and
Yeah, he glanced down here, so I guess he can do it. And the yellow's in perfect position for a short
he
return.
doesn't have to hit this too hard either. Good hit.
Perfect. There is a hole there, though. Not there. The hole is over a bit. Yeah, this is looking pretty bad for the Mr. 100. That's 5, I think. Now he's turned the corner, he has 51.
Here's another shot that he shouldn't have a problem
Yeah,
with. Huh?
that's right. He ran 13 and out in his last game.
He can do it again here.
Yeah.
This will be a 14.
Yeah.
You know, it might come down to this tournament, the showdown between Jaspers and
Blumdahl, yeah.
Blumdahl. That would be quite a match.
But
wouldn't it?
Sang Lee is still in there.
Sang Lee's got 1 loss, does he? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. To Ceulemans, I think.
Ceulemans beat him.
Yeah.
Here's a shot also.
Yeah.
The difficulty here is a kiss because the red ball's big.
I think he'll play precision here and just drop in. Now it looks like he's taking a big swing. See, he lengthens his bridge, moves his right hand back when he's playing with power.
Oof, he got by it. He hits, Ceulemans hits that the same way. They put an awful lot of speed on that first ball and just keep it
Yeah.
perpendicular to.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it presents the smallest.
Chance of a kiss there.
Yeah, no, he hits these shots too. He hits the 10-foot shots, hits the edge of the ball without any problem. Huh.
See, look at. I think he's got it.
Yeah,
Is that
he
9?
could go
Did he
out
say?
here. Yeah,
9?
Is it 9?
8.
8.
It's going to be 9.
4. He needs 6.
I kind of like this shot myself. Hit it real thin and keep the red there on that side. That's the
unlucky.
guard ball, we call it.
This has a chance to be the best game in the tournament so far.
He ran 8. Now he has 54. It's a pretty tough proposition for Ceulemans now. I mean, without a big run.
He's got his 25 innings been played. He needs 6 points, and if he gets those 6 in 5 innings, he'll have averaged 2 for the 60 points.
Jeez, probably will do it. Here's Ceulemans having to shoot left-handed again. Right in the middle. He's looking at the 4-rail return.
Short, I think. Yeah, just
Can't get going. Could be fatigued. Gee, he hasn't played 240 points in one day in 10 years, I'll bet.
European, they never play. Even when they
No.
play the 50-point and 60-point formats, they never play more than 2 games in
That's
a day.
right.
One in the afternoon, then they break and
Yeah.
have a dinner and
Yeah.
relax and change and come back and play.
Right in the middle.
Beautifully. Just perfect. Perfect speed. He'll get out this inning. This will be the best game so far. 26 innings. That's what, 2 points on?
He has to make a shot here. He's going to draw up to the middle of the far short rail, I think. Right there. Coming into a huge target.
He'll make a believer out of you, Jaspers. He's not flashy, but boy, does he play good.
God, poor old Ceulemans has to play 4 more games tomorrow. He plays the first 2 games and the last 2 games.
5 matches tomorrow.
Yeah. Small target here.
I think he missed it. Unless he, well, maybe he didn't miss it. He made it short.
That's
Played it
3.
short. 7. He plays. He needs 3 now. 26 innings. If he gets out. Blondal game is still going on, and that looks close to everybody's.
Yeah, I think Blondal has about 59, and Billar needs a few, like 8. Look at this shot. He's playing a reverse.
Oh, look at this.
Ceulemans didn't change his expression.
So when things are going your way, they go your way.
I bet you he goes off the right side of the red. I guess these guys don't feel sorry for Ceulemans because he beat them like a drum for 30 years.
Yeah.
Now they're finally getting
payback, huh?
Mm-hmm. Kiss.
Yeah.
It's payback time. He needs 2, and Ceulemans needs a doctor.
I think Blondal's playing game billiard over there.
Come on, Raymond. Look at that.
Yeah. I think he's just tired.
Yeah, he really didn't try too hard on that.
Got it.
Making everything.
This point is for the match here, this shot.
Let's get a reading
How
on
many
the
innings is it
innings
so far?
so we know how many. 27.
27 innings, well over 2 average. Of course, he hasn't made it yet. He knows he's got a good game. He'll take plenty of time with this shot. He wants to make this.
He's playing for average in innings here, not so much that he wants to beat Ceulemans bad. That isn't the point.
Is it long enough? Ah!
Boy, that was close.
Just slid by.
That was a smart choice of shot because he had a nice angle for that going into a big ball. Well, Ceulemans has to kind of shoot a spin shot here. Points are coming hard for Ceulemans. I like his chances here. Five or six rail shot. All he has to do is miss the kiss.
Whoops.
Dodged a bullet there at the end.
Yeah, well, it's his turn. Jaspers scratched a couple. I wouldn't call that a scratch, but that's unlucky there. He shot it a little quick. He's tired. He didn't take much time in it.
I think he wants to get to the hotel. Is 34.
Jaspers wants his billiard. He wants to stay. He wants to average over 2. He's got 2 innings to make a billiard.
Yeah.
He'll be disappointed if he doesn't.
This is his 28th.
Cross table.
Yeah, he's going to...
Softly or with a little speed? How will you play
I think I'll hit the red thin with a little bit of draw firmly.
He's got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a super game.
Very nice game. Young Dick Jaspers of Holland beats the mighty Raymond Ceulemans 60 to